I just want you to know that it's here. In case you ever need it. Just in case James gets through our police protection.
I had a dream once that I shot James and I killed him.
I've had that dream too, Emily. More than once.
Dr. Michael says that a part of me could want to kill him, and when I woke up from the dream, I felt terror and a great sense of loss.
I'm always sorry the dreams aren't real.
Barbara, I'm going to do exactly what James told me to do. I'm going to wait by the phone. I know he's going to call, and when he does call, I am going to tell him if he tries to take Paul by force, he's just going to turn his son against him.
Won't work, Emily. He won't listen to you. He's obsessed with Paul. He won't do anything to let anyone get his son away from him.
I want to have a child with you, Emily. A child from a woman who loves me.
Well, I'm really sorry to leave you to an alert like this, but I just started talking with Shannon, and after we talked, we stopped by to see Earl, and, well, I really don't see why I should worry. You're not so busy out front.
Lisa.
Please.
You know, I hope that Paul found something to do with himself out there, because he's been very bored all day today.
What's going on? Paul wasn't out front. What? Antonio, what are you doing here?
We found some new evidence in the Stenbeck case, Mrs. Reyes. We think you might be able to help us sort it out.
My wife and I are entitled to an attorney.
I'd like to make it clear that neither one of you has been charged with anything.
Your husband made a statement. If you can corroborate it, then you'll both be free to go.
Well, I'll be happy to tell you anything you want to know.
Do you recognize this button?
I don't know.
How about this blazer?
Well, it looks like my husband's, but I thought it was in the cleaners.
This button matches the ones on the jacket. Has this jacket ever been missing a button?
Not that I know of. If I'd been missing a button, I would have sewn it on, and I didn't.
This button was found under the docks in an area that we assume James Stenbeck has been using for a meeting place.
So? Wait, what's that supposed to mean? My husband is an honest businessman. He wouldn't have anything to do with a criminal like James Stenbeck.
Meg, we're not accusing your husband of anything, okay? But we heard from a reliable source, we got some information that Lucinda Dixon was at your apartment last night between 7:30 and 8:30. Why would she be there?
Listen carefully, Meg. I want you and Tonio out of the penthouse from 7 until 10 this evening.
Why did Lucinda Dixon come to see you?
I heard about that so-called meeting through Dr. Dixon. I have no idea what it means. Tonio was working late last night. I was out at the farm. If Lucinda Dixon was in our building, it certainly wasn't to see us. Why don't you ask her why she was there?
We had hoped that his condition would stabilize, but now we find we no longer have that choice, and we're going to operate right away.
Is Dr. Capello here?
Yes, he is, and he's ready to go. The only problem seems to be Rod's emotional state. He keeps asking to see you, Lily.
Why?
I think he's concerned as to whether you're all right or not. He thinks I'm withholding something from him. I was wondering if you'd be willing to go in there and reassure him.
The Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Ivory. There's a pure, natural kind of clean when you lather up with Ivory. And by Attends, bladder control protection.
Dr. Dixon, I really don't think that you have any right to be asking Lily to go in there, especially after what she's been through.
Lily, if it would help, Josh, please, would... Lily's been through quite enough for one. I'm sorry, Miss...
That's
really.
fine. It's okay. He saved my life. I'm going to do anything I can to help. I'd be happy to see him.
Have you said anything to
No,
her?
I haven't.
Well, you better tell her the truth now.
Lily,
You're my own granddaughter, and I hardly know you, but I'm grateful to you for this. I know how confused you must be about Josh, but he is your father, and he does love you.
I can't really think of him as my father, but I do know that he saved my life. Excuse me.
Here, and let's just sit down.
I turned my back on him all my life. He's grown up with nothing but pain. All the things that Henry did to him. No love, no friend, no mother love even. He forgave me. God, don't let me lose him now. God, don't take away my only son.
Detective Munson, please, it's an emergency.
I really just couldn't believe it when Duncan told me that Lily had been kidnapped, and then that Roy was shot, and... Well, I know that Earl has thought all along that James was somewhere around, but just how long have you and Barbara known about this?
Hal called us about an hour ago.
Hal! Hal, Paul has disappeared.
Barbara, it's okay. Our man's watching us.
Your man did not see him leave the shop. James has him.
All right, Barbara, listen to me. I'm going to put out an APB on Paul. In the meantime, I want you to call any place that you think he might have gone. Is our officer there with you?
No, he's outside searching.
All right, good. Try to stay calm and make those calls. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Anyway, if James is around, you've got to be careful, too.
Lisa, I'm not worried about me. I can take care of myself. I'm worried about Paul.
Mr. Lassiter, this is Barbara Ryan calling Paul Steinbeck's mother. Has he showed up for practice today? I see. Well, if he shows up, would you please have him call me at work immediately? It's an emergency. Yes, thank you.
Right, that's APB Paul Stenbeck, right now. How's it going with the race?
Zilch. I told the commissioner I'd coordinate this with the DA's office. I'm going to call him right now.
All right. Oh, Tom is in Washington.
All right, I'll have his secretary track him down.
Look, I am trying to protect you. James Stenbeck is a very dangerous man.
You don't have to tell me that. Why don't you people arrest him? I come to you and tell you I'm getting threatening letters, and how do you respond? You bring my wife and I down here and treat us as if we are the criminals.
You're both free to go.
May I have my blazer, please?
I'm sorry, we're going to have to run a few tests on it. If you just wait in the other room, the property clerk will give you a receipt for it.
What do you think?
A line for the teeth. She's covering for him.
I'm going to go talk to McKechnie again, okay?
And I'm going to go see Barbara. I think she might be ready to open up about Stenbeck.
I don't think she will. I'm sorry, Al. I know she must be going through hell.
I think you better question Lucinda.
Oh, I'm going to. You know, it's interesting, the whole time we were talking to Tony, I kept thinking about Craig's company, the way he took it over. You know, if he really is working for James, the whole thing ties in now. I'm just sure that James is still using Craig.
I'm lying for you, Tony. Doesn't that prove how much I love you?
What you can prove is how deeply involved you are with Stenbeck.
Tonio.
I'm going to take a gun, find Stenbeck, and avenge my family's honor.
Hi, Graham.
Tom, I thought you were in conference with the governor.
I was, Mom. I've been working nonstop. I'm in bad need of some physical activity. I got to give the brain a rest. So, here's the deal. I rake the leaves out front. I stay for dinner.
You have to rake leaves in order to stay for dinner. Besides, that's Andy's job.
I know, but like I told you, I could use the exercise, and I'm in need of some work, too.
Have you seen Margot lately? I mean, other than officially.
No, but we're both in Lila and Casey's wedding party. I don't think she can do much to avoid me.
That's a good beginning.
That's what I'm hoping.
Tom, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd come by and stir up some trouble. How you doing? Hi, Kathy. It's nice to see
Kathy,
you.
dear. I thought that you had swim practice.
Well, I did, but I ditched it because, well, you know, I had to talk to Kathy. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, aren't you lucky? Because Tom has just offered to do all your work.
Oh, really? Can you handle it? I think so, pal.
And if you want anything to eat, I'll be out in the kitchen.
Here's that.
Right, bye.
If you want to change your clothes...
So, what's this news you're telling me?
Well... Yeah, why don't you sit down? My dad got that promotion that he was hoping for. And we're moving to Boston.
When?
By Thanksgiving, he said.
Well, I thought things were going so well.
They're gonna still keep going well. Don't worry about me. The only thing that I feel really bad about is that I'm just gonna miss you so much.
Kathy, I want what's best for you, but
Look, I've just gotta make the most of it. You know, I'm so lucky that I lived here and had you as my friend when I went, you know, through that awful time. It's funny, I mean, these last few weeks, it's been like the worst and the best time of my life.
What about your therapy with Dr. Michaels?
No,
Can you leave that?
she referred me to somebody in Boston, so we're gonna stay in family counseling, but you know, I'm really starting to get to know my parents better now and everything, and if I ever have a really tough time, I know I can talk to them.
Well, what about us?
Well, I'm gonna write to you, and I'm gonna call you.
That's not the same.
I know, but, well, I was thinking that maybe your parents would let you come out to Boston and over Christmas vacation, maybe.
Andy, Paul's here for you.
I'm glad I caught up with you guys. Hi, Kathy. Listen, Andy, there's something really important I have to talk to you about.
Duncan's upstairs with Miss O'Hara. He searched the passageways earlier, and he's satisfied they're secured.
You know something, Charles? You've been invaluable to me. If I don't have time to take care of Duncan McKechnie, I'm going to turn that job over to you.
Oh, come on, boss. You told me you were going to let me do that.
Give me the phone. No, Nick. We've taxed you too much already. What about the boat?
We'll be on the other side of the island in an hour. You can take it directly to the mainland and then cut through the woods to Lucinda's estate.
Let me speak to Lucinda Dixon, please.
Thank you. Hello, this is Mrs. Dixon.
Hello, Lucinda.
You dare to call me here? My daughter is all right, and she's here with me right now.
Yes, you may have your Lily, but my plan still goes. I want my son, Lucinda.
I haven't given in to you yet. What makes you think I would now after all this?
I still have Craig.
I doubt it.
Don't try me. Besides your son-in-law's untimely demise, you'll have your problems with the police. I'm sure the police and your husband would be very interested in all the assistance you've given me.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you anymore.
Yes, you are. Your marriage wouldn't last 2 seconds. If John found out what close contact we've had all these weeks. What I'm proposing will be like child's play for a Machiavellian mind like yours. 2 boys go out riding on your estate. One comes back, one vanishes. No one would suspect you of anything.
You've got a problem. I won't do it.
I expect to find Paul on that ridge at dusk. Craig Montgomery dies. And the police and your husband find out all about you and me.
These past few days have been very upsetting for you, but you would be very, very proud of your daughter. You should be.
Rod?
Lily? Is that you?
Yes. How are you?
I've been better. You really okay?
shaken up, but I'm fine.
I was afraid.
You risked your life to get me out of there. I don't have to thank you.
You don't have to. You're mine. I've been kind of... I was afraid that you got shot, too. I didn't believe them when they told me that you were...
Thanks to you, yes, I'm just fine. You gotta fight this. You gotta get better, you just gotta fight this.
Okay. Call Betsy. You tell her. Don't scare her, okay? Okay.
Dr. Capello's waiting in OR. Are you ready?
I am now.
I'll be waiting here for you. I love him very much.
I know, Ma.
Can you ever forgive me, Rod?
You never call me?
Oh, but I'm going to call you that from now on. I promise. You just got to get well.
I've got to talk to you.
As soon as I get back, that's fine. Yes. Dr. Capello will talk to you when surgery's over. He'll be down, all right?
You're so brave. I'm so proud of you. You're so brave.
I don't feel brave at all.
Look, everything's gonna be fine, okay?
I just heard about Rod. What did the doctors say?
They've just taken him up to surgery, Mrs. Stewart.
Dr. Capello is operating.
Oh, he's an excellent, excellent surgeon. Oh, you must be so proud of Rod for what he did.
Mrs. Stewart, Rod asked me to call Betsy and tell him that he was okay. I'd be happy to call, but I think it would be better if she heard it from you.
Oh, sure, I'll call.
Just make sure she knows that he's getting the best care, that he's going to be okay.
I will.
Sweetheart, you want to come with me? Or do you want to stay here with Iva and with...
I'd like to mind her, if it's all right. But take my mind off of waiting.
Sure. Thank you, Elizabeth. Want to stay here with Rod's Mommy? I'll be back real soon, sweetheart. You stay with Liz.
Oh, May, dear. Well, I saw your husband at the police station. They finally caught up with him, huh?
You can take that smirk off your face. We're not the ones in trouble. They were asking us questions about you.
What questions were they?
Oh, I think you can guess.
I have no idea.
You should be down on your knees thanking Tonio and me because we didn't tell them that you met James Stenbeck in our apartment last night. I imagine you want to tell them that yourself.
Annie, can we go?
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk for a while.
I do, but not here.
All right.
It's okay. I've got an appointment with Dr. Michaels anyway, so you can...
Grandma, we're gonna go off for a while, okay?
Oh, fine. I don't blame you on a day like today. I just suggest you go through the kitchen, though, because I've just finished baking some cookies.
Okay.
And they're cooling on the counter.
Oh, my God, he's gotten so big.
You are a big boy, aren't you?
Christopher, do you know how lucky you are to be part of this family, Christopher? I'll be a good boy.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
All right, dear. She's a nice lady, isn't she? And I think she's going to be just fine now. Oh, there's the telephone. Just a minute. Hello?
Nancy, it's Barbara. Is Paul there by any chance?
Oh, no, dear, he isn't. He just left, though. Maybe I can find him. Here, just a second. Here. Christopher, shall we go out and look for Paul? Here we go.
Oh, my God. He's there. He's there.
Well, that wasn't very much good. Here. Barbara, I'm sorry. Here you go. No, he's gone. He and Kathy and Andy have left already.
Do you know where they were headed, Nancy?
No. No, they just said out. It's such a beautiful day.
Listen to me very carefully. James is back. He kidnapped Lily Walsh, and Rod Landry was shot in the rescue, and now James is after Paul.
Graham, is Paul still here?
No, he isn't. This is Barbara Ryan on the phone.
Oh.
They went out the back
Ryan.
door.
Is
Maybe
Hal
they're
there?
still in the backyard, or maybe they're over there at the Ferris's. I don't know.
I'll check that.
I don't know how he gave us the slip, Lieutenant. I mean, McDermott thought he was still in the shop. He never even saw him leave.
Well, he couldn't have gone very far. With any luck, we'll catch up with him shortly. At least we know he's not with Stenbeck.
All right. Listen, should I tell Margot?
No, I'll call her. Yeah, I'll get back to you, Hal.
Right. Listen, things could be a lot worse. We know that he's with friends. We know that he couldn't have gotten too far, and at least we know that James hasn't got him.
Oh, if I'd only known, maybe I could have kept him here.
Well, was Paul acting unusual in any way?
Well, he was impatient to leave.
Well, maybe he was in touch with his father, you know, that he wanted to go away with him. If that's the case, they may have a meeting place worked out. Can I use your phone again? I want to call Margot.
All right. There's no sign of the kids anywhere.
You have got to tell her now.
But no, it's just not the right time.
There's not going to be a right time. Now, look, you just tell her that you knew last year that she was adopted and that Josh and I were her natural parents. And that, well, that you wanted to tell her, but, well, that I didn't want her to know.
I'm not going to put the blame on you, all right? I was out there with her. I could have told her, and I should have told her. But I didn't, because I didn't want to lose her.
Well, tell her that, too. I mean, she'll understand. Holden, she's going to be hurt, okay? But it's better to hear it from you, because if she hears it from somebody else, she will never trust you again.
Okay, you're right. Come on, I'm going to tell her.
Well, there you are. I want to talk to you.
Just a minute, dear. Just a minute.
Your marriage wouldn't last 2 seconds if John knew the truth.
Okay, good.
Fine.
Dear,
Yes.
I think maybe you're right.
What?
I think this isn't the place. This isn't the time for the talk that I want to have with you.
All right. I'll try to be home early this evening, okay?
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, you see what happened? You set off my beeper. I'll
Can I
see you
count on
home.
that?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Dr. Dixon, you just... No, I want Dr. Grant to handle that. Dad? He'll brief me at the meeting, all right? Fine, thank you.
Yeah. Can I have a minute? Yeah, that's about it. Just a minute.
Dr. Dixon, I heard something about my dad, and well, I was
Oh,
hoping...
you're talking about Lily being kidnapped and Rod Landry being shot.
I was hoping that wasn't true.
It is. Landry's in surgery right now. We'll know a little bit better in a while.
Was it my dad who shot him?
No, it wasn't. It was Nick Costello. Listen, Paul, you really can't be responsible for the things that your father does. It has nothing to do with the young man that you are, or the man you can grow up to be.
No, it doesn't feel that way to me.
Well, you're rather close to it. It's hard to look at things objectively.
You know what I think is a good idea? You two guys, I think you should go out to the house.
You know, like Dusty suggested, hit a few tennis balls. Saddle up the horses, take a ride. What do you say?
Sounds good. How about it?
I think it'd do you good, Paul.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Thanks.
Okay. Sit down, we'll have some.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Aero Plus, protein power to cut clean through, and by new April Fresh Downy, now bursting with a new fluffy softness. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Meet me at the Ruxton Hill house. Just will open the door.
Okay, you sure there's enough room for the helicopter to land there?
Yes, there's a big grassy area behind the tennis courts. Make sure it lands there with enough fuel for a 200-mile range.
Well, where are we headed? Okay.
Eventually the island.
Well, what about before that?
I'll tell you when the time comes, Nick. We're both ready. Fine. Now, Charles, I'm depending on you to coordinate the arrival of the helicopter.
Okay, well, my man's standing by in Toronto now. How long is this going to take?
We should have Paul within 2 hours. That is, if Lucinda doesn't double-cross me.
Well, what if it takes longer? How long, then?
Well, then I'll have to go to Plan B. But I'll still have everyone in place before the night is out. You just make sure that helicopter is at that Ruxton Hills house by 11 o'clock. All right?
Let's do it.
So you're going to come home early and go riding with us?
I'm certainly going to try, yeah.
All right? Yeah, I'll see you later.
Okay, you guys be good.
Give me that, Paul. Yeah, it's Dr. Dixon. How's the Landry surgery going?
Why can we talk in the waiting room?
I just want to be alone.
Alone? I don't think that's going to be so easy. Any news?
Yeah. Surgery's going good, the heartbeat is stabilized, and they're going after the bullet.
You have a chance?
Oh, Lily's always got a chance.
Good. He deserves it.
Listen,
What?
Rod Landry has made some mistakes, and you say he deserves a chance. What about other people in your life?
Well, after talking to Ivan and your mother, yes. I'm beginning to realize the lies that they told me, they did that to protect me, and they did it out of love.
Well, I think that love explains why people do the things that they do. Even the wrong things that people do.
Well, you didn't have many wrong things to explain to me, except maybe your jealousy, which is also a little bit
Look, just listen to me for a second. I have to tell you something, all right? This is something that, I haven't been able to tell you before. It's been very difficult.
What?
I just think that if I tell you that your feelings for me are going to change.
No. Nothing could ever do that. Nothing.
You know, I thought Oakdale was going to be some little speck on the map, but I've been tracking you for hours, girl.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
All right, how'd you find me here? I mean, it's a very...
Whoa, slow down, hold your horses. Let me say hello to Holden here. How you doing, Holden?
Hi, Lance.
Hey, listen, I got your car back in one piece. Thanks. Kind of. Appreciate it. Listen, I stopped by your sister's place, and she told me what you all have been through, and, well, I'm just real glad you're all right. I'd like to kill that guy. What's his name?
Lily, she, just has about all the help she needs right now.
Why don't you tell me about the police?
Well, I, can't tell you all about it, but, I can say this. I reckon those two are pretty happy because, they've been acting like a couple of lovebirds ever since they got back.
You're kidding.
No.
Any word on Josh?
No, he's still in the operating room.
We should tell Mama.
No, I don't think... I'm sorry. I think we ought to wait till after he's out of the operating room. Come on.
What? No, I don't want to go in there. I'm uncomfortable
Meg,
around Aunt
come on.
Elizabeth. Look, she's family. So's Tonio, but that doesn't seem to bother anybody in the family.
Do you want to tell me what the police really wanted?
I don't know. They wanted to talk about some dumb button.
Meg, I know you don't feel a part of the family, but just come over, say hello to Aunt Elizabeth, and I know you'll feel better. Yes, Betsy said to tell you that her prayers are with Rod. She made me promise to call her just as soon as he's out of surgery, and she said she's going to try to get back to town as soon as she can.
Thanks. Rod talks a lot about Bessie, and she's been a wonderful friend to him.
Well, he's been a good friend to her as well.
I can't tell you what it means to him that you're willing to have him on your property and work on the garage apartment. That night he brought me over to meet you. He said he was amazed that you would want him around and knowing what you know.
I've been happy to have him there. As I said, he's been a good friend to our family. I can just imagine how grateful Lily Walsh's family must be to him now. Would you like to stay at my home with me until he gets out of the hospital? It's a lot closer than the farm.
That's very kind of you. You said until he gets out. I wish I could feel so sure.
He's a very strong young man, and he's very courageous. He's going to come through it all right. You'll see.
Meg? Meg, what's wrong?
Oh, I'm so confused.
About what?
About Josh, about Tonio, about my life. Oh, I'm so ashamed. I did something so wrong. It just... I did it, and then I just felt trapped. I didn't know how to get out of it, and Iva, what if he died?
What are you talking about, Meg? I lied about Candace. Josh never came on to me.
Iva, you've got to understand, when I was there, he meant everything to me. But he rejected me, and when I came home and found out what he did to you, I hated him. I wanted to hurt him so much the way he hurt me.
Yeah, Dr. Samuels is Emily Stewart. Listen, I'm not going to be able to make my appointment this afternoon. Something very important has come up. All right, I will. Goodbye.
I want you to wait there by the phone, Emily.
Debbie just told me that you have not had your lunch.
I'm not very hungry, Lisa, really.
Well, darling, it's after 4. Now, why don't you go on out and find some?
Because I am too nervous to eat.
Hey, you're beginning to sound just like Barbara.
Lisa, can you blame us? James is back in the area. And he's bound to be looking for Paul if he hasn't already got him.
All right, Emily, I know that there is great cause for concern, but we do know that Paul is now with Andy and Kathy. And we can't be sure just what kind of plans James has made, unless, of course, he's contacted you or Barbara.
Well, if he contacted me or Barbara, we would have contacted the police.
Well, I should certainly hope so. Fashion? Oh, Miss Weston, yes. Yes, I did put that order in. It was a size 6, right?
Customer.
Well, let me see.
Debbie needs some help up front. Would you mind?
Yes, it'll be ready, well, by the end of next week, certainly. Bye-bye. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm going crazy. It's been half an hour since Paul left Kim's.
Look, Earl said that he thought it was highly possible that James contacted Paul quite some time ago. Do you think that might have happened?
With James, anything is possible.
Barbara, you know that Hal would do anything in the world to help you now. I think it would be a terrible mistake if you kept anything from him.
We figured out how Paul got past McDermott. He slipped out the back way and he hitched a ride in the back of a delivery truck.
I don't understand this at all. He told me he was going to stay right here with me. He told me he didn't want to go away with his father.
Barbara,
I don't understand it.
I think that he was telling you the truth. I don't think that he'd go away with James. Not willingly, not now.
I love him so much. If I lose him again, I don't know what I'm going to do.
You're not going to lose him. We're going to find him. It's going to be okay.
There's still no answer at the Evanses. I think I better get back to the office.
I think you should stay, Tom. Andy will be back sooner or later, and if Paul is with him, well, you're our best bet to talk to him. That kid doesn't like to talk to cops.
You know, you're probably right. I'm going to make a quick call. Excuse me.
Good.
Excuse me, Brett.
Oh, dear, I wish we'd hear something.
Well, there's nothing to do but wait. Nancy, I want to take the chance to thank you for that letter you wrote me after I lost Lillian. It really helped.
I'm glad, Dan. There were some things that particularly helped me after I'd lost Chris. I thought maybe I'd pass them on and maybe they'd help you, too.
He looks great. You're lucky, you know, to have your family so close by.
Oh, yes.
Lillian and I only had one daughter, and she's in Germany now with her husband and family. We hardly ever see them. So many things to stir up memories. You think you're all right, and all of a sudden something hits you. So, about everything you've lost.
I know.
I know Chris is named after your husband. Does that ever bother you?
Oh, no. I was delighted when they named him Chris. Reminded me how much we had of my Chris still. And we always would.
It's a nice picture. I put all my pictures of Lillian away.
Oh, Dan, I'm not sure that wasn't a mistake. To shut out all your memories of her, that gives you something to go on.
Well, I guess I'll be going.
Oh, Tom, will you look after this young man while I take the lieutenant to the door? Here is Red.
Oh,
and his cookie.
Oh, whoa.
I'll call you, Tom, if I hear anything.
I'll do the same if Paul shows up here. Hey, take a walk. Oh, you're getting big, pal. When you start growing that much. You know what? You're about the same age that Margot's and my baby would be. If you live. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get James Stenbeck. What he did to Margot and me, what he's doing to Barbara and Paul and all these other people. You got a long life ahead of you, kiddo. I hope you don't have the regrets that I have. It comes from making mistakes. I made a few. Just stay with Margot, and when she lost that baby, we can work this thing out. Don't ask me why I wasn't brave enough to do it, but I wasn't. And it looks like now I might have lost her forever, pal.
Margot, is there anything at all that I can do to help?
Oh, hi. I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, I just got here. I was wondering if you had any ideas about where Paul and Andy might have gone with Kathy.
We've tried every place we could possibly think of. Come.
Yeah, there's still no answer over at Kathy's. Maybe we should try again, though. Listen, the number's over there on the path. You want to try?
Okay. Hey, Christy.
Come on, let's go eat some raisins, huh? Let's sit down with Graham and eat some raisins. Here we go.
Hello, is this Kathy Evans?
Yes, it is.
This is Detective Margot Hughes. I was wondering, are Paul and Andy there with you?
No, they dropped me off at the hospital about an hour ago. I had a doctor's appointment. I just got back.
Do you have any idea where they might have been heading from there?
No, they might have gone back to Andy's house.
No, that's where I am right now. Listen, Kathy, if you hear from either one of them, will you have them call home immediately?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Goodbye, Kathy. Well, I think we might have got a lead.
Who let you in?
I let myself in. I know the house well.
Well, will you get out? I have had a very long, difficult day, topped off with silly little interchange with your silly little wife.
What has Meg done?
Oh, she just was taunting me about knowing something about James Stenbeck. Silly.
Well, I apologize for Meg. She has a lot to learn about life.
You can say that again. I said get out, Tonio.
I have a proposition for you, Lucinda, which I think may interest you. It involves James Stenbeck.
Ah. I haven't the slightest interest in James Stenbeck, no matter what you or your wife think.
Well, I know differently. I know James has had you dangling from a string like a puppet for quite some time now, just as he has me. But he's made a miscalculation.
What do you want?
Just tell me how to find James, and I'll kill him.
Lance Whitaker, a friend from Wyoming. He drove Holden's car back.
Oh.
This is Ira Snyder, my friend.
Hi. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. Dr. Capello, how did it go?
Doctor, I'm Rod's mother. Is he all right?
I removed the bullet, but he suffered a severe trauma. The next 24 hours are critical.
What are his chances?
Normally the prognosis is poor, but his emotional outlook was good. When a patient has a lot to live for, they sometimes beat the odds.
Did anybody see the boys leave the hospital? All right. Good luck. Margot's tracked Andy and Paul as far as Memorial. She's on her way there.
Hello, Fashions.
Emily, it's time.
Hello, Mrs. Whitney. What can I do for you?
I'm leaving now to get Paul. You go to the cabin and pack, and go back to Fashions and wait there until I call you and tell you where to meet me.
Huh. I'll take care of it immediately. What did she want? She wanted a rush on her alterations? Barbara, I have an idea. Why don't you see if Lucinda's back yet? I mean, maybe the boys tried to stop by there. Maybe you should call her and see.
Well, Ambrose, my darling, I can't exactly explain why. I mean, I can't put it in coherent incoherent sentences, but I think
Everything's going to be all right. Yeah. Well, Lily's safe.
did I take your advice? Of course I took your expensive advice, and I tried to speak with John at the hospital, and John was busy with other things, and we're going to speak about it tonight. And I'm going to just take care of everything. Everything's going to be just fine. What are you talking about? John is certainly going to forgive me. John loves me. He loves me. He'll forgive me when he knows that James threatened me by saying he'd kill Craig. He'll understand that. All right. Leave it to me. I'll give you a progress report in the morning. Bye, darling. La, 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 la. Yes, Ambrose?
No, Lucinda, it's Barbara. Has Paul come by there at all?
Hello, darling. I'm so sorry. I thought it was Ambrose calling back. Barbara, Paul, I haven't seen Paul. I haven't talked to him since this morning.
Oh, well, I know that Dusty suggested that they come out and go riding.
Darling, as I mentioned to you, I discouraged that strongly. I put the kibosh on. Yes. John has just walked in, and we have something terribly important we have to discuss. I'll call you back. Goodbye, dear. Hey.
Hello. Told you I would be home.
Oh, come out, sliding from the world's great snare.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to talk
Yes.
now. You're on. Go ahead. Talk.
Darling, would you like a drink?
I would love a drink.
Would you like me to get your slippers?
Oh, you don't have to. Did Paul and Andrew decide if they're going to stay for dinner or not?
No. I mean, what are you talking about? Darling, I'm going to get your slippers when you want them.
I ran into Paul and Andrew at the hospital. I told them, I said, listen, you guys, you ought to go out to the house, hit a few tennis balls, like Dustin said, and go for that ride on the ridge.
The horse will be okay tied up over there.
Yeah, it's nice and grassy under the trees. It'll be all right. So, you okay?
I'll be all right.
Listen, I know it's real tough hearing all these things about your dad.
It's worse than tough, Andy. I mean, my mom's so scared of him. She even talks about killing him.
I know. I heard her at my house that night, but look, she was just upset, and she couldn't do anything.
That's what I thought. And I found out she has a gun.
A gun?
Yeah. She doesn't know it, but I took the bullets out. I thought, well, she might hurt herself.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Planters Popcorn. So light and fluffy, you'll get carried away. Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns.